Hello, this is Irene with SaugaTalks. Hello, hello. If you've been watching SaugaTalks before, this is weekly business and tech talks for non-technical people and basically for everyone who is remotely interested in tech or business or anything in between. So today I am with Sarbjeet Johal, who is an advisor and consultant. He is digital transformation and cloud authority, an influencer, and often speaker at podcasts, at events. So he is the right person to talk to. Hello, Sarbjeet.
Hello, Magna. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing really well. Yeah, thanks so much. So I am, hosting these talks with lots of interesting people. I'm enjoying those talks tremendously. So hopefully my guests also feel, comfortable and fun, while we exploring digital transformation, we're exploring emergent tech, we're exploring business reality and business future. Because we're all kind of thinking, right, where the world is going to be in a few months from now and how we all adjust. So let me open up, Sarbjeet, with how is your life? How's your life? How are you feeling?
Life is good. I feel good. I'm healthy, and that's a blessing these days. As we know that we are going through this epidemic, and we're worried about our health. And yeah, it's a challenge to stay fit and exercise regularly and eat well. And just you need some fresh air once in a while, and when it's windy, you don't want to go down. It's just regular life in a way, but at the same time, it's you're confined to your home, and most of the time, and you can't meet people. I'm a people person, as you can tell from my social sort of interactions and stuff like that, which is mostly public. It's challenging at times, but I get to talk to people like you, and it's fun. The digital has enabled us to be able to do that, and a lot of new tools are coming to the front, and a lot of masses are actually gravitating towards these tools. That's a good thing, and we will get through this like by hook or crook, and this thing will be a history behind us, and yeah, it will make us stronger.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what? I'm with you in terms of, hey, look at what digital enabled us to do. Not only keeping in touch with people we know, but really meeting and making new friends. And this is what I love the most. So absolutely, and now we're going to dive deeper into what do you see happening in digital world now? I'm talking to tech entrepreneurs, I'm talking to analysts and influencers, and they all seeing kind of various unique angles. So what's yours in cloud, in AI? What topics kind of on your mind these days?
What topics on my mind? I think that one main topic.
What trends? What trends?
What
What do you
trend?
see happening
Yeah,
in
yeah,
tech? Yep,
yeah. I
around
think
you or yeah. Mhm.
yeah. I think trends wise, people are trying to when they are trying to work from home, they want to stay as productive as they can, right? So that transition from on-prem to off-prem, even though tech companies, I'm in high tech, I could talk about experiences of my wife. She's in education also. Like we talk a lot about that, and some other industries. That transition is not that easy. Even though in tech we have been working from home like for a long time but still, like some roles were not working from home. They were always at work, and just getting used to your schedule, like when your day start, day ends, it can be challenging. So I'm like well versed in that as compared to my wife, which she never worked from home. She's in education. Now she has to work from home. And she's part of the school district management team, and head of instruction for Milpitas Unified School District. And then they are grappling with the situation like it's much harder for them. It's much harder. Technology wise, I think some technologies are have come to the front. Uh, Ability to conduct this kind of meeting, like we are almost sitting in person and sharing documents and collaboration. Those applications, like we are doing Zoom meeting right now. So Zoom has been in news, as you know, because of the security problems and stuff like that. The ease of use of Zoom is like unbeatable almost, right? So the tools are maturing, like we're building the plane while we're flying it, kind of thing. I think that's what it is. We didn't plan for this, right? This epidemic, nobody can, right? It just hit us, and all of a sudden we had to, make sense of our operations and processes and all that stuff. There's a lot of disruption. Like, it's not happy dory thing at all. Like, we're losing millions and millions of jobs. Like, I think it's 25 to 30 million people on unemployment right now these days. It's huge. It's hard for families who are hand to mouth. And it's funny thing to say. I always say that, I mention that always. Like, I'm an economist at heart. I studied economics, and I
Mhm.
dropped out of my PhD program back then. And I always wear that hat. And our system in US especially is such that people are hand to mouth. Most majority of people are hand to mouth, means they don't have enough savings. Even business communities like that. I was really shocked when I see like these some businesses are closing. They didn't have enough cash flow to sustain the business for 2 months. That's kind of a little scary thought if you think about it. I was born and raised in India, and that's a totally Eastern mentality. Is different. China, India, they conserve cash and stuff like that, and then they save some money for rainy days and stuff like that. But a business not having cash flow for 2 months is unbelievable to me. Yeah, stuff like that. It's like I know I'm all over the place, but yeah, it's these are the things I see around us, and try to think about like how we can do better going forward, and also to some extent think about what US is doing under our current administration, and we are pulling out of international treaties, and we are defunding some world level institutions like WHO, and we are out of NATO. It's we're on the wrong track as a country, I think. But I'm not talking politics here, but it's just the policy. I think a lot about the global systems and supply chain management, and there were some problems we needed to address, like too much tilt towards China and stuff like that. But this is not the way we address that, I think.